Okay, we have another photoelectric scenario to discuss, and this time we're keeping the wavelength constant, so the photon energy is constant, but we are increasing the intensity of light, which means more photons are arriving at the metal surface that we're going to eject electrons from. Now, what exactly is going to happen in this scenario? Well, the photocurrent is going to increase, and the maximum kinetic energy is going to remain the same. So why is this? Well, as we discussed last time, the photocurrent changing is not surprising, because if we have more photons coming in, that's more opportunities for those photons to hit electrons, which means more electrons are struck and ejected. So that makes perfect sense. The reason why the kinetic energy doesn't change requires a new bit of information. So when an electron is sitting in the material, if it is struck by a photon, so let's go back to our very basic diagram here of a nucleus with an electron sitting around it. When it is struck by a photon, it will. So there are two possibilities here. One is that that photon has enough energy, so the photon coming in actually has enough energy to eject the electron. So it overcomes the potential well that the electron was sitting in, and the electron leaves. So it's gone. And once it's gone, it can't get hit by another photon and ejected again out of the material. It will zoom in our experiment, it'll leave, move between the plates, and join the photocurrent. The other possibility is that the photon doesn't have enough energy to eject the electron. It can't overcome the potential well that the electron is sitting in. And if that is the case, the electron can't actually save that energy. It just won't it won't absorb the photon energy and actually hold on to it. So the electrons can't save energy from multiple photons. The most energy they'll have is the energy of a single photon impact. And so for that reason, no matter how many photons we have coming in, we will never be able to increase our maximum kinetic energy beyond what can be provided by the energy contained in one single photon. So basically, the key takeaway here is that electrons can't save the photon energy for later. Remember, gamma is a photon symbol. Save the photon energy for later. So for that reason, changing the intensity doesn't have an effect on the maximum kinetic energy of the electrons.